Hey there, welcome back to What's Your Take? Crazy weekend of NFL football. What a way to end the weekend, especially the last game. Buffalo versus Kansas City. Crazy game. One of the best games I've ever seen. When you thought it was over and Josh Allen, threw that touchdown pass for 13 seconds, Patrick Mahomes steps up and puts his team into position, make the field goal, send it to overtime. Just a great game overall. I saw on ESPN the other day, I think they said like 25 points were scored in the last 2 minutes. 25 points in the last 2 minutes. It was like playing pickup ball in the backyard, man. Just no defense whatsoever. So if you like defense, you hated this game. But I doubt a lot of people hated this game because it's going to go down as one of the best playoff games of all time. Of all time, man. Josh Allen went 27 for 37, 329 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. And Patrick Mahomes, he went 33 for 44, 378 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. No interceptions by both quarterbacks. These guys are great. They're going to run this league for the next decade, man. And yeah, you got to feel bad for Josh Allen, especially if you're a Buffalo Bills fan. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him back in the same position, maybe in the championship round. That's the only thing that would have made this game even better. Was if this game was to go to the Super Bowl, but it wasn't. So, but for the Chiefs, man, Mahomes, he had 69 yards rushing, averaged 9 yards per rush, 1 touchdown. 34 is his longest. Josh Allen, he led his team in carries with 11, had 68 yards rushing, 0 touchdowns. Really surprised he didn't have any touchdowns rushing because it seemed like he was their best option at running back. I honestly thought that they ran the ball too much, the Bills did. I thought they were just going to sling it all over the field with Allen. So I'm really surprised how many times they ran the ball. But Davis for the Buffalo Bills was on fire. Gabriel Davis, wide receiver, he had 201 yards, 8 receptions. All 4 of Allen's touchdowns went to Davis. You could not cover this guy, man. He was on fire. So I don't know why the Chiefs wouldn't cover him. After he scored at least the first 2, it's like, man, we got to double team Davis. He's killing us. Especially on that 75-yard bomb that Allen threw to him. Was crazy. But, I mean, the Chiefs, they stepped up because they have the 2 sidekicks for Mahomes, Kelsey, and Hill. Travis Kelsey had 8 receptions for 96 yards. 1 touchdown, the touchdown to win the game. And he also had that big reception to put him in field position for the field goal to send it into overtime. Kelsey, man, he doesn't need to be told what to run. I was watching ESPN the other day, and they said that Kelsey, on that one pass he caught to put him in field goal position, I don't think he was even running a route. He was just trying to get open. And, I mean, if you're the quarterback, that's what you want to tell your wide receivers. Hey, run this route, but if it doesn't work, then just get open. Because he's being rushed by 1,000-pound men that are going to try to kill him. So, Travis Kelsey, man, he always just finds a way to get open. And as for Hill, he had 11 receptions for 150 yards receiving. He averaged 13, almost 14 yards per catch. He had that touchdown. The last touchdown the Chiefs had in regulation. That was crazy when they were down. And then Buffalo Bills came back and scored, obviously, with 13 seconds. So, man, you just cannot count the Chiefs or the Bills out. This was just an insane game. Let's look at like team stats for yardage. I mean, the defense, you would think the Buffalo Bills, they had one of the best defenses in the league, and they could not hold them for 13 seconds. Come on, man. You gotta hold them for 13 seconds if you want to win the game. But if you're a Chiefs fan, you don't care because they won the game. So total first downs, Buffalo Bills had 23, Chiefs had 30. Time of possession, the Chiefs had the ball for 36 minutes, and the Bills only had it for 27 minutes. In the third quarter, the Bills only had the ball like 4 times, because the Chiefs did a good job of driving down the field, wasting clock, putting their game plan into possession, not rushing it, not having Mahomes go deep every time, just dink and dunks or middle of the field plays. Where the Bills, man, Josh Allen just let it fly when he did pass the ball, and they scored right away. So you can either say great job by Allen, obviously, or just like terrible Chiefs defense. Total yards, the Buffalo Bills had 422 yards. The Chiefs had 552 yards. Bills had 9 drives. KC had 11 drives. Yards per play. Chiefs outplayed them on that with 7.6. Bills had 6.7. Passing. The Chiefs had more passing. The Bills had 313 yards, but the Chiefs had 370 yards. Rushing. Bills had 109. And Chiefs had 182 yards. Rushing attempts, 27 to 24 in favor of Chiefs. Only 1 penalty for the Chiefs, and 3 for the Buffalo Bills. That you could say that's what hurt them also was penalties. And they only had 3, but they came at crucial times in the game. I think one came like on a big drive for the Chiefs. It's like their last touchdown or second last touchdown, I think. Got like holding call, so that was big. And let's see here. Yards per play, passing. Yeah, so overall, that's all the stats. Overall, it's just a great game, man. An amazing game. I can't wait for the championship rounds. Chiefs versus Bengals. But we also have the 49ers and Rams. We'll get to the Rams game. So for the Rams game, it looked like they had it in the bag, man. They're up like 27-3 in the third quarter. Then it's 13-27. And I was watching this game, and I was telling some people at my job when I was watching it that, man, you cannot count Brady out. The only way you beat Tom Brady is when the clock hits 0. But the Rams did not learn that. Again, Tom Brady can bring his team back. They looked terrible in the first half. The Chiefs defense were dominating them. Brady even had a bloody lip. But, for the people that don't like Tom Brady, I like Tom Brady because he brings his team back, and you can never count him out. And no matter how much his team's down, he always finds a way to make the game close or to actually win the game. This one he came up short, but that's because Matthew Stafford, after making mistakes, throwing an interception, after the fumble that Dominican Sue recovered, and then just not being able to score much in the second half at all, he steps up and hits his main wide receiver, Cooper Kupp, and just delivers, man. And that's what you got to do. If you're a quarterback, go to your main guy because he'll bring it home for you. And that's what Stafford did. He had a good game. 28 for 38, 366 yards, average 9, almost 10 yards per pass, 2 touchdowns. Brady went 30 for 54, 329 yards, 6 yards per pass, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Leonard Fournette had 13 carries for 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Evans for the Bucks had 8 receptions, 119 yards, almost 15 yards per catch, and had one touchdown. 55 yards was the longest touchdown for him. And then for the Rams, Cooper Kupp had 9 receptions for 183 yards, averaged 20 yards a catch. That's crazy. One touchdown, had that 70-yard run in the first half. 70-yard run in the first half. Then he had Odell Beckham, who did not score a touchdown, but was a huge factor in the game. 6 receptions, 69 yards. I mean, Odell Beckham's got to be pretty happy. He's not on the Browns right now. Going to the championship round. One game away from the Super Bowl where you were just on the Browns, who did not make the playoffs. So, overall, great games. Great game by Bucks and Rams and the 49ers, Packers, and then Bengals, Titans. But incredible game. Game for the ages. Maybe the best game we've seen this year, depending on how the next round and then the Super Bowl turns out. Bills, Chiefs, go down in history. One of the greatest games of all time. Thanks for watching What's Your Take. Can't wait for the AFC and the NFC championship games. And I'll get more into that either before or after they play the game. So stay tuned for more on What's Your Take.